Quiet on the set.
I'm Doug.
And I'm Cathy.
And this is Maggie Mae. Join us as we follow the moon. We're in Harlingen, Texas. And it's no laughing matter. I don't know why these guys are quacking up so.
I'm laughing.
But join us as we show you around this town. And we happen to be here right at the time, I think, when the entire duck population of Texas has come to Harlingen. So come along with us.
Thanks.
And we're going to start in downtown Harlingen, the tropical playground of Texas. That's their slogan.
That's right.
If you're into fishing, hiking, golfing, it's here.
Birding.
Yes, birding is the big thing. But in downtown, the historic downtown is on Jackson Street. And this is where they have their big social events, their gatherings is downtown on Jackson Street.
And it's a cute downtown.
It really is. A lot of neat storefronts in it. And you can see it's parked pretty well full. It's pretty well supported from what we could see. And yes, palm trees everywhere. Never realized that South Texas was quite so tropical. Now this is also located downtown just off of Jackson Avenue, the history of Mexico and mankind. And this is a large mural presentation of the whole history of the area.
It's just beautiful.
Just to stand back and look at it from a distance, it's quite amazing. But going up close and seeing the story that's here in the middle of it, and then getting a good up close view of all of these different murals of the history. Yeah, it's really, and they give you the nice story underneath it of how this all fits together and how it evolves from the left side to the right.
It's just done beautifully.
Now Harlingen is a fairly small town. They do have intersection of Interstate 2 and Interstate I-65E, but in that area there's Bass Pros, there's Walmarts and Targets and H-E-B's and you name it, everything. But the town itself is kind of small town. And you can see that there was a lot of hubbub in the day. That little service station I thought was really something.
Yeah.
But there's murals all over the downtown. I don't think we've been in a small town that has as many murals as what this does. A lot of them centered around the railroad. Now, this is something that totally caught us by surprise. We didn't know it was here.
Yeah.
But this is a Marine military academy for high schoolers. And on the grounds there is the Iwo Jima Memorial. And massive would be an understatement.
Yeah.
The marble base on it is 10 foot tall. The boulders on top of that are another 6 foot. The Marines are 32 foot tall, and to the top of the flagpole's over 100 feet.
It's very emotional.
Now this was the original model for the Iwo Jima Memorial, I believe.
Yes.
And so the one that you see at Arlington is actually the one that was created from this, and this one was placed here.
Now the reason it was placed here.
Yeah, there was one of the graduates of the military school was actually one of the Marines in that photograph.
Yeah,
that sculpture
was made. He's the one who's
made.
at the very base.
And I believe it was 6 days after that picture was taken, he was killed, and he's actually buried there. But he went to this military academy. was, I think you said he was 20 years old.
He was 20 years when he was killed, yes.
And all of those trees have little markers at the bottom that they've all been planted in honor of a fallen hero. Next up was Pendleton Park. And Pendleton Park is a beautiful little park that we ended up with a bonus at that we didn't realize when we first got there. We saw the park, the lake, the ducks, decided it was a good place to get out and take a little stroll.
And it's pretty near the downtown.
It is.
So it was just a nice, pleasant surprise.
But as you come around that lake, you'll see those large that look like boulders out there. And that's actually their Veterans Memorial. And those boulders are marked for World War I, World War II, the Asian Pacific, the Middle Eastern battles. They're marked as you go around through there, which ones are to commemorate the fallen heroes and the people who served during those times. At the very front of it is this one that commemorates all the different branches of the military. Now, next up is the Hugh Ramsey Nature Park. And this is a big recurring theme down here, birding and nature parks.
Oh, yeah.
And they're really nice. The map shows you two loops, the one at the top, which is where we're going to start, and the one below that. They are the Indigo Trail, and the second one is the Ebony Trail.
And they have various other trails that are off of these loops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's small trails off of those, but those are the two main ones. Beautiful flowers, and considering this is mid-November when we're filming this, I think those are called Turkish hats, if I remember right. There's all these little purple flowers.
And the butterflies love them.
Yeah, butterflies and bees, both.
Yeah.
Those little berries covering them. I think that's lantana. I think I recognize that from Florida.
Yeah, I think so.
There's several little ponds as you go around there.
It's very peaceful.
Mm-hmm. And birds like we've never seen. We've kind of drawn a lot of comparisons to Central Florida from this area as far as the climate and a lot of the trees and the brush.
Yeah.
But the birds are totally different.
Oh, yeah.
I had never seen, I'm not sure yet, chakalaka, whatever the name of them is. I've never seen the green jays before.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a
They're
lot
beautiful.
of real exotic looking birds. The green parrots are native and wild down here.
I don't remember seeing a lot of spoonbill
No.
down in Florida.
So it's been real interesting. There's been a lot of similarities, but there are differences. There are a lot of ducks, I know that.
Oh, yeah.
Nice little viewing area. This is just about all the way around the first trail. Come to a nice little view area there. And there are animals to watch out for too.
That's
there are
right.
coyotes, there are cats, there are
Always snakes.
always snakes,
Yeah.
yes. birds hopping through the trees everywhere you look.
There were hummingbirds.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the hummingbird, and then we sat down to film it, and he never came back.
One of the first places that we had hit down here, we could hear the birds. They weren't coming out, and now we're starting to see more and more.
Yeah.
Now we're going from the Indigo Loop to the Ebony Loop, the second loop. And this one was actually, the first one was just over a quarter of a mile. This one's just shy of a half a mile. And if you only have one to go on the first one that we went on. There's more to see and less.
And I'm sure that's
area.
because of the water.
Yes. Yeah, this one was not so much around the water. This one had a lot of little areas off of it that
Feeders
were
and
separate little areas commemorating different people. Some of them were butterfly oriented, some were hummingbirds, some were just other types of birds. This little area was really kind of cool. The trail goes in there and it's a complete canopy over you. And the bird sounds are just amazing. Both trails do have benches and everything, and it's real easy walk. We actually had Maggie in her stroller and pushed her through this whole thing, so very, very easy to get around. This was a butterfly area, and I'll bring you around here. I was hoping to see some, but it was the time of year that the plants had been kind of pruned back. Nothing was flowering. Little meadow there. Just a great place to take a nice stroll, and all free of charge.
Yeah.
So Cathy, our first time here, what did you think of Harlingen, Texas?
It's really neat. I love the birds. I can't get over the birds.
You know, this place keeps getting billed as the world birding capital, this whole area in the Rio Grande Valley. And these bird parks, it's not just the birds.
No, it's not.
The butterflies, the flowers, the cactus.
The javelinas, the bobcats.
This is true.
The gators.
They got it all.
That's right.
So with that, we hope you've enjoyed our time in Harlingen as much as we are. If you have, leave us a thumbs up. We certainly appreciate it. And if you haven't already subscribed, at the end of the video, you'll see a button up here on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Bump that and bring the notification bell on. You'll know when all of our videos come out in the future.
And thank you for following us as we follow the moon.